Hey everyone, we have made it. Day 25. Yes, this is the last one in the series because I never really stated how long the series was going to go. Day 25 is it. So, if you've made it to this point, you're loyal. But for this one, for the last one, we are going to focus on Avery Elle, featured them, and their Merry Merry. I just fell in love with this stamp set. The sentiments are great. That Merry 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 is awesome. I don't know, there's just something about it. So when it came to this, I wanted something very simple. I wanted the font to actually stand out. So what I did was I chose 3 colors, and let's not go with traditional colors. Let's go with those bright festive colors that we sometimes see now when it comes to the holidays. So for each one, I'm going to create a banner, and I want to use my snow, my white embossing powder from Recollections. So now I'm just playing with the colors. I want the red to be in the center. I want that to be the focal. I decided to put the lime green on the top and the pool blue down on the bottom. So with each of the Marys, the font's different. So what's cool is if you would use the same ink, you're going to get 3 different looks from that ink. Because just because of the thickness of the font will give you the image that the ink is different. Now, you can also do the generation stamping. So, you could do the first generation or one-time stamping with the top one, with the thin one. On the second one, stamp it twice to make it a little darker. And for the final one, stamp it 3 times and you'll get an even darker shade as well. So lots of choices that you have. Since I'm choosing just use white embossing powder, I'm going to use my white Gina K pigment ink. I like her white pigment ink. It is my favorite to use. I do use my I use all kinds of things to clean my stamp when it comes to white pigment ink. So I use my chamois first. To me, it smears it around. Then I come in with my micro cloth just to dry it off. And then I come in with a baby wipe. There's lots of steps there to clean the stamp. But I do. I also understand that, yes, the stamps will stain. They will get cloudy. And yes, I'm with you all. I hate every minute of it. But I know it happens. So, we're good. I've let that go. So, I'm continuing to stamp. Now, each of these cardstocks that I'm using are different lengths and widths. Because I wasn't quite sure, okay, how am I going to change each of the banners? How can I make them be different? And so forth. So I just wanted the different sizes of the cardstock. Stamp it in a different spot on each of the cardstocks as well. So with that, of course, each cardstock, I forgot to say, I did use my anti-static tool. Because again, lots of embossing going on here. So for the final one, I'm just seeing that I'm kind of off camera there. Yes, because I was just stamping away and not realized that I have slid down way too far on the screen. But you get the point. I'm really surprised that my computer made it through all of these. And to answer your question, yes, I did get a new computer. So fingers crossed that this one will work better. So yeah, Santa was very good to me, as he is always. So I cannot wait to break that out, but we were limping by here. So forgive the editing because the editing's messed up. But we did finally get through this. I wanted to put a sentiment on the inside because again, I just loved all of these fonts. So I want to put Christmas from our family to yours. Now, here's what's funny. You're seeing how I'm putting this in. This is my standard A2 size card base. It's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. It's 9 out of 10. I mean, 9.99999 out of 10. I am a top folding card. I just like that look. I like that feel. So keep that in mind. Yes, so I have my panel here. I used my favorite things stitched wonky rectangle die, and now I'm placing all of my banners. I am going to fishtail them for each one, and you can see we have the different lengths going on. So my thought process here was I wanted each banner to be a different length. I wanted each banner to be a different width, because you have the different thicknesses of the font. So I'm like, okay, my first thought was the way that I wanted it. So I should have had the lime green on the bottom when you're looking at it this way, with the pool blue up on top. Because again, remember how the sentiment is stamped on the inside of the card. But that's okay. So I'm puncturing holes in the tops of each of my banners, perfectly placed, at least I thought, because I want to use some brads, and I have these white brads. So I'm going to put them through across the top. Now these are pretty big brads. They have long tongs that go through. They're pretty big and round. I mean, I really like them. But they are on the bigger size. They're not the typical brad size for a card, but they can still be worked by all means. They're more, you know, scrapbooking when you do your layouts and so forth. So once I get the final one in and I spread out the 2 tabs, I then put it down on my surface and push down onto it so that it'll help spread them out and get it tight onto the cardstock. But I still want the banners to move, so I don't want it super, super tight. You know, I want them to be able to swing and so forth. I decided, because of the tabs in the back, I'm going to prop this up using some fun foam. So I've cut my piece of fun foam down for the back to make sure to get over those tabs as well. I want to make sure that I can cover them up. And I'm going to use my 2-inch film tape that I get from Uline. Again, very strong. It is unforgiving. So when you're putting your panel down onto your card base, know exactly where you're going to go, because this is not one to lift back up, because it will rip right through the paper. Ask me how I know. Yes. So you can see the way that I wanted it. I should have kept the green on the left-hand side to get to the blue to the right, which is what I was going for. I changed it, so now it looks kind of funny with the blue going in first and then getting smaller. But that's okay. It's a card. You know, again, it's handmade. It's unique. It's different. No one else is going to do that, unless one of you do the same thing. But, you know, no one else. I just want to say thank you to everybody. For those that just started watching, maybe you're playing catch up. For those that stuck with me through all of this, I want to wish each and every one of you a wonderful holiday season, a wonderful new year that is fast approaching upon us. And I cannot say thank you enough for watching my channel, for encouraging me. And you do. Each and every one of you do. You make me laugh. You make me giggle. You make me smile when I hear that I've taught you something, or maybe I gave you a trick or a different way to look at something. It puts a smile on my face, and I cannot say thank you enough. So these videos are for you, and my way, it's really my only way that I get to say thank you. Will I do this again? Yes, I will do this next year. What I've learned from is start sooner. But I will continue to do this so that it leads up to the holidays. And again, my chance to say thank you. So everyone, go enjoy your holiday. Enjoy the new year that's coming. It's going to be wonderful for everybody. And we will have a theme for 2019 here at Include a Thank You. And that's let it go. And let's have some fun and enjoy. But remember, and it's still going to continue, what is going to be most important to me each and every day for each and every one of you, and for myself, always be creative,